I recognized the name before I even finished reading it. It wasn't dramatic or loud. It was just there, printed neatly beneath a decorative swirl on the wedding seating chart. Table 8, guest of the bride. It hit me like ice water down the back. To anyone else, it would have been just another name on parchment. But to me, it was a ghost dragged into daylight. I stared at it, unmoving, while the wedding planner's assistant flipped to the next page with a smile and an offhand. These are the close family tables. She didn't notice my stillness. Didn't hear the way my breath stalled like an engine refusing to turn. She just kept talking, flipping pages, while I stood there with my daughter's seating chart in one hand and a wound in the other. That name. I hadn't seen it since the night I found his cufflink under my bed, gleaming gold, monogrammed. Not mine. That night still lingered in the walls of my memory. It smelled like cheap department store cologne layered over something rotten, like secrets hidden too long. I'd stripped the bed, washed everything. Twice. The smell stayed. When I asked her, my wife blinked like she'd forgotten how. Maybe it's your brother's, she said. My brother hasn't stepped foot in this house in years, I replied. And that was when something inside me didn't shatter, but cracked. A clean, silent split. And like most fractures, it only grew with time. After that, I didn't argue. I watched, noticed, a forced laugh here, a shift in tone when she got a text, the way she looked too relieved when I left the room, the late-night calls, the new password on her phone, the scent of the lie left behind on a scarf. She said it was work. She said I was imagining things. I wanted to believe her, not because I didn't see it, but because I was exhausted, tired of being the only one seeing everything. So I stopped pressing and started preparing. And then, months later, that name reappeared. Right there on my daughter's wedding seating chart. Liam Ho, like a punch to the throat. I hadn't heard it in forever, but my body remembered, and now, apparently, he was more than just a hidden mistake. He was an honored guest. Family. I quietly stepped back. That same day, I started canceling the payments I'd set up. The cake deposit, the band, the custom napkins. My name was on all of it, and one by one, I removed it. Not out of rage, out of clarity. Let them figure it out. Let the facade they built without me start to cave in. I didn't owe explanations to people who never gave me the truth. Out of curiosity more than need, I looked him up. His online footprint was thin. Some consulting work, a few networking events. Not much, but enough. Then I hired someone, not to confirm what I already knew, but to hold it in my hands. I wanted it documented, tidy, undeniable. What came back? Pages of it. Years' worth. Restaurant receipts. Hotel bookings. Conferences that weren't conferences. Photos of the two of them smiling at breakfast, arms brushing like it was nothing. And one image that cut more than the rest. Him, her, and my daughter, smiling like a family. Like I was the one who didn't belong. She brought him into our world. Not in secret anymore, but openly. Introduce him as a business connection, a friend. Never once did anyone think to tell me. I was the man who paid for the walls they stood inside. The one who funded the memories they made without me. So I kept removing myself. Calmly. Strategically. The florist? Canceled. The venue? Deposit withdrawn. The caterer? Notified. The band? Informed. Piece by piece, I unwound myself from their event like I was untangling a thread from a tapestry I never agreed to be in. Then came the envelope. Plain. Labeled confidential. I didn't open it right away. Left it on the kitchen counter. The one she always used when making coffee. The same one where she used to hum in the mornings. She found it before I did anything. Walked in late one evening. Her expression slack with fatigue or guilt. She spotted the envelope, read the label, froze. She opened it. Her face turned pale, like all the color in her life had been drained at once. The contents spilled onto the counter. Photos, timestamps, receipts. All of it there. All of it real. She looked at me and whispered, "You knew?" I nodded once. For a while. She stepped back like my quiet was more violent than a scream. "Why didn't you say anything?" "Because you needed to think I still didn't know." She started crying. I didn't move. She asked, "Are you going to tell our daughter?" I looked at her then. Really looked? I already did. I didn't go to the wedding. That was my final act, my parting gift. I let them carry on without me. Let them pose for photos around the empty chair at table 2. Let them sip cheap champagne, and guess why the cake never arrived? Why the music never started? Why the decorations looked half done? I never raised my voice, never shouted my story from rooftops, but somehow it spread. Maybe a vendor spoke. Maybe the photographer overheard something. Maybe my daughter broke under the weight of the lie. By the next morning, it was everywhere. Local headlines, whispers at the coffee shop, phone calls I ignored, messages I deleted, visitors I never let in. Let them live in the ruins of what they built without me. Now, I live in a smaller place, quieter, simpler, a different address, a different mailbox, a different name on the lease. I cook for one, wash a single plate. I used to fear silence. Now I respect it. It doesn't lie. They still talk about it. Church women murmur behind cupped hands. Someone always brings it up at community events. Did you hear about the wedding? What really happened? Was it true? I let them wonder, because I didn't lose anything. I just stopped pretending something was mine when it never truly was. I didn't destroy the house. I just walked out before the fire started, and I took the matches with me.